We are live. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody feeling? Getting into the groove, getting into the mood. Check, 1 2 1 2. Yeah. Here we go. Everything feeling good. Everything. Let me pop out that chat. Boom. Doing my morning looks. Listening to some saxophone. Bank of New York. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Money laundering. Big banks laundering trillions of dollars. Yeah. Yep. They are the biggest crooks in the game. And they just get a slap on the wrist. That's it. Bank of New York named in currency fraud suit. New York Bank of New York Mellon is being sued by the state and federal prosecutors for alleging defrauding institutional clients out of $2 billion by misrepresenting foreign exchange rates on transactions if executed for big pension funds. They stole money from pension funds. They basically gave them the lowest rates possible. Crime. Billions. We're talking billions. Not just a little steal here. This is going on for 20 years too. The main victims of the alleged fraud were private and public New York pension funds, according to the attorney. These are like hard-working guys that had their pensions. Oh, God. These bankers, man, like, enough is enough. Like, and everyone says it's cool. Everyone thinks it's all right. Like, it's not okay. Like, but yet they want to come after me for my cryptocurrency gains and throw me in jail. Like, they're just sicken me, man. They sicken me. Yeah. A bunch of frauds, has-beens, wannabe, like, they print money out of thin air. Banksters, man. Banksters. Wanksters, right? But we have a lot to go over. Getting into the day, we're going to see what's going on, man. It's been tough to trade. See what's going on, man. It's been, wow. So I just wanted to check one thing. Boom. Hit that. 3 people on there. Hit that like button. If you just started watching, you forgot to hit the like. Come on. 3 people, 3 likes. There you go. Appreciate that. I just feel like if you're a lifer, you're hitting that like button, right? If you're watching, you're hitting that like button. You're not playing games, so let's do this. Okay, Bitcoin, 10,500. All right. We just want to see Bitcoin close the weekly at 10,500. That's really what matters the most to me and to all of us, honestly. We'll stay bullish. We don't want to see that 8,800, right? I just got some cool lighting in here. I can make it super light, actually. Let me see here. I got wireless light bulbs, which I should do a review on. I think they're really good. Okay, so here we go. So you can hit the lights. I can make it super bright in here. There we go. Boom, look at this. Look at the daylight. Boom, look how bright I just got. Pretty sick. I can make it all, any color on the spectrum, man. Any color on the spectrum. Okay, cool. Let's get into Bitcoin. Let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about life, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about it. I'm going to send the stream to the Telegram. Was weird. Okay. All right. So trade of the day yesterday that we were discussing. We'll get into Bitcoin. Good morning, 007 MP5. What's going on, my friend? Can you use an MP5? Are you well trained in weaponry? That would be pretty cool if you were. Okay, so this is what I kind of saw happening for Bitcoin. Say we could come back down to this trend line at 3,900. I mean, it's just a fact of life, right? Look, up, down, up, down. We did break out. We would have to break back into the pattern, which we're praying this trend line holds. We did break this trend line, it had been there for 3 years really, since we started to go down in that December of 2017. So we're coming up on 3 years. Yellow. What up? Hadouken. What's going on, my friend? Okay, so check it out. So we see Bitcoin in this triangle, right? And we're hoping that it holds support at this area. Now, I keep looking at the weekly for you guys, and let's just show you what I see. So we did get our weekly cross. The last time we had a weekly cross, so the last 3 times, we tanked very bad, like 13,000 down to 6,000. We're talking 10,008 down to 3,800 area, right? And here we are again with that cross coming. Will it be a big one or a little one? Will we just kind of, I don't know. Let's look at XBT on that cross because that just has way more information. And we'll look at the BitMEX because they've been doing BitMEX for a long time. So here we go. We see I had this triangle here, and we're doing this is like another triangle, as you can see inside of the bigger triangle, and we're respecting it very, very well. And we're respecting this level here at 10,000 or even 9,900. You can see why. Here we hit it as resistance. Here we hit it as resistance. Here we broke above it. It's kind of a region, not really a line. Let me actually make it a region. It makes me feel more comfortable about the whole idea. Because we all know nothing is finite. It's always going to be in somewhat of a range. So this is our range bar. It's still a thin bar. I'm going to make it thinner than you realize. But there, yeah. So something like this. And this is our line in the sand here for support. I mean, clearly hit it there. Clearly we were here. Clearly hit it here. And now it's holding as resistance. I mean, holding as, it was resistance. Now it's holding as support. We definitely had that 9,900 support region. I thought we were going to roll over yesterday when we did that huge dip down to about, this says, you know, on the weekly, but let's go back onto the 4 hour. We went all the way as low as 294, which isn't too bad if you think about it, right? But we are respecting this line in the sand. I mean, support, I mean, resistance broke through, support. So previous resistance becomes future support. You can see it clearly defined. That's why if you're not drawing your support and resistance lines, you're doing yourself a huge disservice. And you think it's just a simple thing and it's like yada, 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 but get it done. Do them. Draw those lines. Get them in. It's going to help. All right. So Bitcoin holding these levels, and now it's oversold on the 4 hour with a MACD cross coming. And we had that curve coming now after the pain. A lot of red. We went sideways. There could have been way more pain on this drop. See this? Look at that. That tells you that the last time we had a cross, the pain was far more intense. We went down 12,000 all the way back to 9,800. So here we had a cross right here, and we dwindled sideways. Then we got a little bit of a dump, and we seem to be stopping. So it's telling me that that momentum, that bearish momentum, seems to be over. I'm sure there's some more coins that are popping today, and it's going to be a little easier to trade these alts. What I'd like to do is let's go over to Binance and take a look at the biggest coins and the winners. Yeah, DOT is playing games. I got stopped out at break even yesterday. I don't know how you guys did. So I made not a dime on that trade, but I also didn't lose a dime on that trade. So, hey, I paid to play, but I didn't lose to win, right? However that means. But I made that up real quick. It sounded right. I don't know. What do you guys think? I paid to play, but I don't even know what I said. It sounded good, though. It sounded good at the beginning, right? Okay, so check it out. So here you want to go to, go back here to markets. And we're just going to see who's up and who's down, right? New crypto listings. Picture Futures will launch AVAX USD. Isolated margin trading for NMR and Vite. Binance lists Avalanche. Deposits are now open. So Avalanche is a new coin now, AVAX. I know nothing about it. Just put it on your radar. Coin margin future contracts distributed the second batch of staking rewards for August. Binance Liquid Swap adds UDC support. Opens UDC to USD liquidity pool. Binance staking launches lock staking support for ADX and PNT. And Binance will support Neo, Ardor, and Hive upgrade and hard forks. So there's hard forks coming for these guys. So we'll look into that too. New fiat listings as well. But let's get into the markets, and we'll see who's up and who's down here. This is something you should do every day and give yourself an idea. So AVAX hit the market up 500%. Again, another new listing doing its thing. We'll take a look at it if we can see it on the radar. 27%, 20%, not too bad today. Ocean 12%, not amazing, right? But you can kind of delete this AVX because we know those are those pumps. But yeah, 27%. We got 5 coins, 6 coins around the 20% region. FETM, right? FTM. This thing has been moving. We got to actually get that on the radar. Synthetics. I like synthetics a lot. They've been on my radar. Rune is a new coin too. Kind of want to discuss that, kind of bring that into the mix. So there's some new names. Cream seems to be on the move. I hear it a lot. I see it in the Telegram. So let's just do a quick dive. We're going to get into Cream. We're going to get into the synthetics, Rune. We're going to add some new coins today. We're going to talk about what's going on. But first, we're going to get into Theo Wrench's Ask of Dominance and DOT. So let's get into dominance and look what's going on for dominance today. And you can duplicate this. I have it took me a while to figure out dominance. BTC.D, and I got it. DOT, man. Okay, so let's look at Bitcoin dominance right here. Okay, huge. So we're flagging. I don't like to see that. I'm not happy about that. Let's just delete some of this craziness that I got going on here. I was just pointing things out. Now, here we honestly, we're in this falling wedge. We had our double bottom. That was the end of this downtrend that we were in for a long time in the dominance. We came back up. We got rejected by the trend line, but then we made our way past it. We broke through it. And now we're flagging, okay? A flag is this is a bull flag, all right? And it's not good. Well, it's good for Bitcoin. It's not good for all coins. So not saying it's not entirely bad, but diversify. So we're in a bit of a flag here, which if it breaks out, and you have to assume it will because it's a bull flag and it's a 68% chance, you have to play the odds all the time, that we're going to see this go up to 62.56, and we're going to see some more pain for the altcoins. We do have it going sideways right now, so we just want to see that keep happening. Do we see resistance or support? Let's look left and see what's going on. Right here, why are we hitting this level? And you can see clearly we had this area here, we had support, seems to be a range of support and resistance. And also here we have the resistance here because you can see this floor is old support. So that's obviously going to be some resistance right there. And then obviously this line here as well kind of plays into it. These lines here, you can see we hit right there. So that's kind of where that line is holding. See, this is where it was previous resistance. Now it's support. As you can see my dotted line as it goes from here to there. Everyone understand that? Yeah, so that's interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so maybe I should change the title of the video, right? Because it didn't work. Like, I think I'm going to change it, man. BTC hold 10,500, 12K next. What is cream? New coins on the move and more. Okay, I just changed the title. I feel like it was oh, there you guys are. I didn't see you guys there. So, okay, cool. We got our peoples. Please hit the like button. 8 watching, 6 likes. Come on, do me. And one of those is mine. And then we got that one person that loves not to like me, that dislike. So someone came in and hit the dislike again. We love that person. Clickbait set. Yeah, right. Oh no, look. Oh no. I type way too fast. You guys can see I typo all the time. It's my worst. I need to stop. It's because my brain is so active and I try to type what I'm thinking so fast and it never works. Okay, guys, here we go. Back into the move. Okay, now we're going to get into DOT. So, no, all right, we're getting into the Bitcoin dominance. So, Bitcoin dominance, holding this level, we need to watch it. Basically, keep this up. I have this up all the time on a third monitor now, all day, every day. It's just basically up in my computer studio. I am always watching the Bitcoin dominance. So, That's it really on the 4 hour, really good indication. We may roll over because we are curving here on the MACD, which is a good sign. So hopefully we break down from this and at least come back and retest this trend line. And from there, so that's our range. Do we break out of this bull flag or do we break out down on the bull flag? Let's look at the daily. Where's the daily going? Daily says that we're also kind of stretched out. You know, we're not much more down, upward momentum coming. That was one of the biggest moves we've seen in a while. For look, here's one, and that was April of 2020, April 26th of 2020. That was our big move. So this is basically the second biggest move we've had since then. Here was a bigger one too, and basically following the idea of the trend lines as well. So there you go. So yeah, do I see 12K in the cards? And answering that title question, you know, I'll be honest, I'm still looking at that weekly on that turn, and either we get a bounce or we don't. And it's going to be tough to make that call right now. Again, I'm still long on Bitcoin though. But again, we were in at 10,770. Had to have gotten out at that 10,200 region when you realized that we started to fall off. That was the time to sell that trade. So it was an all right trade, but it wasn't amazing, right? But that was the last call I had for Bitcoin, was to get in at 10,770. I'm still a strong supporter that this trend line will hold here, but that means we could still revisit 9594. So how do you have to play Bitcoin? Well, I'll explain it to you. I mean, you have to throw it on the 4 hour. See that it basically has started to create, it's got a MACD, it's in the pink, the blue line is curved. We were oversold down here, which is telling you that we probably should get back at least to the top of this trend line, you know, kind of retest this 10.8 area. So there's a good chance today we come back and test 10.8. We break 10.8, we're on our way back to 11.2, 11.2 support, and then all the way back to that 11.5 and then 12,000. So that's kind of where we're going. If we break this trend line here that I drew, that means we're coming back down, and we could free fall pretty close back down to 10,000, where we have that strong support though. 10,000 area is very, very strong. We break that, we go back down to about 96 and then to 9,200. So a line in the sand right now for Bitcoin. I really want to see it stay above 10,500. It's kind of going sideways now. I'm starting to feel more market sentiment towards the alts. And we also see that sideways action on the alts. If you are in alts, it's high risk. It's get in, get out type of thing, because we don't know if things are going to keep moving. Let's check on DOT. DOT was our trade, our second trade of the day yesterday. Really what we decided to go in on. There's a bunch of reasons why we went in on DOT, and we can explain in a second. So let's look at DOT right now at 412, looking just like Bitcoin, almost mimicked the exact side of Bitcoin. So whatever Bitcoin does, DOT is going to do. In my opinion, it's basically you're buying Bitcoin when you're buying DOT, USDT at least. It's going to mimic it exactly. We do have crosses coming. We have a higher low here. This tells me it's a perfect time to enter DOT. What I don't like is I'm not in a bullish pattern. I don't really have a bottom of a trend line, which is really how I like to buy, like something like here or something there. Did fall through. Let's look at this on the 15-minute if we can see some other. And why you need the 15-minute? Because you need to see if there's a pattern to play. Honestly, you need to expand the time frame. So this is doing just what Bitcoin is doing. It's basically in a bull flag. So if Bitcoin breaks out of the bull flag, this is going to break out of its bull flag. If Bitcoin breaks down, this will break down. You're basically buying Bitcoin, man. You're playing the USDT pairs. Could you yes, I will immediately. So we saw a little spike here too, up to 411. We went as low as 388. So even just that quick catch would have rendered you 5%. Not an amazing trade. You know, now I do see a bit of a double bottom here. So that's something to say. We see a deranged double bottom here on the RSI. We also kind of, if you could use this as a bottom and this is a bottom with your second higher low, that tells you that the trend, there's a new trend forming here. You can see, look, lower, 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 first higher low, but then a higher low, and then this is higher than that, higher than that. It's still just a sketchy game. It's not the best climate to trade. If I were to give today basically what you want to do is you want to look at the trading climate for the day and how good the trading climate, and then you kind of assess. So the first thing I do is I look at Bitcoin dominance, I look at Bitcoin, I look at the altcoins, and I decide what is the climate of the day. And what does that mean? It means how many trades do I like? What is the probability that trades will go well for me today? You know, and so that's kind of the idea. Like, what is the probability that these trades will go well? Today, I'm giving it a 6, 5.5, 6, not a high rating. So we're going to try to start every show with that rating. And how do I get to that rating? I basically just looking at how many altcoins are up. I'm looking at how many things are up and down on Binance. I'm just checking out the overall market sentiment of how people are feeling, what's going on. You can see people got back into their dock. People started to accumulate their positions again, feeling a little comfortable. Lend back up to 50. I thought Lend last night was a buy down at 46. It was stuck on my mind. I did not purchase it, but Lend was sitting there in my head. I was like, you know what? Lend. Broke out of this kind of deranged little bull flag. Yeah, these patterns have been strange lately. They really have been. Just, look, a lot of fake outs, fallouts, flip ups, But this is a bull flag. It's starting a new trend. You can see Lend was extremely oversold here. So down at 44 was basically a great buy for Lend. I actually still needed to see what Bitcoin was doing though. So even though it looks like a great buy from hindsight, sometimes it really isn't. It looks like a great buy the day after. So, when you're in the thick of it, I'm in BNB up again. I just couldn't leave it alone. When I'm seeing this curve here in the pink, I decided to re-enter again last night. Let me just check my entry because I don't remember exactly where I was on it. Yeah, so I got in at about 1174. We're up at 1233 right now. A gain of 4.82%, holding strong. So again, this is the second day that I was able to take down at least 5. We had 2 trades yesterday. They were both, one was up 3%. At the biggest, we were up about 5.6 on BNB up. So what we're doing is we're using this leverage trade. Look, we also have a double bottom in the RSI, falling wedge here, double bottom on the MACD, falling wedge in the RSI that broke out. And I also saw a hidden bullish divergence, guys. Look, I mean, it played out. So you can buy that blind, technically. I mean, you're supposed to. Swing low to a swing low here, swing low to swing low here. Look, played out. Price went up. I mean, it was also oversold in the RSI, so it tells you. I may double down on this position at this point, because to me, it's sitting pretty well. If Bitcoin does start to go up, this will pump as well. It's also very oversold on the 4-hour with the blue line curving. We're in the pink. Very, very great place. And then we can look at the 15-minute to try to gauge like what type of pattern we're in. So overall, I see this type of range, which I feel like we broke out of because you can clearly see a trend line there. So we broke out of this, doing a little bit of a retest of this area now. Here at 1240, 1233 area. Seems to be strong support now too as we came all the way down, broke out, retested, and then kept moving. A little bit of a rollover here on the 15-minute on the MACD, so you're going to wait for that to kind of do its thing. You do see the 21-day crossing. It's coming for that 200-day moving average, crossed all on the 30-minute. It basically crossed the first one here. That's basically the beginning of a pretty good bull move for this coin. Let's also look at those. We'll get back and we'll look at those for Bitcoin as well. But I like this trade a lot. I'm still in it, still holding about 4% gains in it. And yeah, I think I may double down when I do. Just stay with the Telegram. If you're new to the channel, thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing and learning. What we do is we do from 9:30 to 10:30 every morning. We basically do a deep dive into coins. We look for coins that are basically oversold, that are in a bottom of a trend line. I basically try to find the best possible positions to enter. I basically try to find for the safest, for the best probability to make a win. And we do it live together as a group. Other people bring in coins like Joseph Malaya saying, can you review, it's Phantom? I know the name and it's like it's messing with me right now, but Phantom, is it Phantom? And LRC, but we're going to get into those right now. Those are our next two things. Please subscribe, 170 subscribers. I'd like to get 200 by Friday. That would be amazing. If you're not using the Brave browser, please use the Brave browser. That will change everything. It'll change the game. Let me click on it right here. This is a link. Join the Brave browser. It begins with you giving back power, unmatched speed and security by privacy blocking trackers. Earn rewards by opting into our privacy respecting ads, and then you can see your rewards every day. How much you're making by going on the internet. All you have to do is keep this little Brave browser unclicked, and you will be getting paid for watching ads. It's awesome. So that's one thing I want to show you. Also, we have channel merch. If you want to join the merch, I got the merch on right now. It's pretty cool. Just be a part of it. We got the logos. We got crypto shirts. I made a bunch of different shirts. I basically spent hours one day. We even have the mask. If you need the face mask, you know, boom, we got that going. This is one of my favorite designs, is this cool little sweater. And this sweater actually is like a vinyl, like a slip vinyl. We have leggings for the girls. We got hoodies for the dudes. You know, look, banks are for robbing. Crypto lifer. I love that, right? And it just, you know, crypto is life. We have another one that says Satoshi Lover on it. I mean, this one's kind of a different idea. Half the logo and a bit of a semicircle. Satoshi Lover on the back. Yeah, but just put in some effort, making some cool logo designs and logos that I think you guys might like. Then we also have join the Telegram. This will bring you into the Telegram right now. And this is where it's all at. This is where we're all talking. And you can see just in one day, I mean, how much energy and information was shared. We have charts. We have people talking. It's really awesome. 26 members and growing every day. 1 or 2 people pops in there that are new. It's a super positive group of people. There's no negative energy. There's no hate. If you're not there to support one another, please just get out of the group. So yeah, and now let's get into what you guys want, and that's LRC and Phantom. Phantom's blowing up. I actually brought it up this morning, actually, before you even brought it up. Because I was like, you know what? It's been on my radar, actually. Like, trying to keep track of everything all the time isn't easy, but we do what we can, right? So I added it, but where did you go? You're in the F's, you know. Honestly, having a list like this, it may seem overwhelming, guys, but man, I have it at my fingertips. Like, I don't need to go anywhere else but into my TradingView account, and I have this, like, if I ever lost this list, like, this list is gold. Like, gold, man. It would take you, like, a while just to, like, obtain that list. I've got coins from 2017, new coins, old coins, coins that I've been trading, reasons why. So we have a falling wedge breakout, right? What I like to do is kind of I like to build a story. I like to see what happened beforehand. And I personally like drawing triangles. I don't know about you, but it's kind of an obsession of mine. So I like to do it. So we broke out here. And then what I always like to see is I show you, how would you get your target? You take the base of the triangle. Hope you guys are doing this every day. You bring it to your breakout, and that would have been your take profit. That's how I'm getting take profits all the time. And we will get into Sand Muser. Thank you guys so much for bringing that up. Shout out to everyone here. Hadoken, Theo the Wrench, Joseph Malaya, XRP Muser, and 007 MP5. Bam, 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 bam. Okay. 1 hour. About to roll over, right? Or still continuing momentum. We're not sure. This coin has a lot of pickup already. People have kind of pumped it. Let's see how much the pump has occurred already. Up 28%, but then got sold down on that wick. So up about 21%. One of the biggest winners today, considering coins, right? That's kind of the best you'll get today, is about 20%. So yeah, really liking that trade, man. Up now 5.3% on BNB up. So that was basically still the trade from yesterday. There was really, I got a little scared when Bitcoin started to tank, and I did sell my position. I could have just kept it and let it ride, but I didn't, you know. And so I ended up getting back in. But you know what? I took my profits when I felt it was time, and I ended up getting back in right now. And now we are up 5.38% with that entry at 11.74. I can show you it right now. What I do too is on the Telegram, I will actually show you guys the trade, the entry, the take profit when I get into the trade. So I'm using Telegram as a signals call basically. And again, this is for entertainment purposes only. Please get yourself a financial advisor. You know, you press that buy button on your own. All I am is basically showing you how I trade for a living and what I do. And if you like that system, and you could learn it. I do tutor. If you would ever like tutoring, I do tutoring for $50 an hour. I will sit down with you one-on-one. And what's good about that is any question, like right here, we have all you guys here, and I can ask you your questions, and it's great. But imagine just sitting with me for an hour and picking my brain, asking me anything you can. And I also usually go over an hour. It's usually an hour and a half, I'll be honest. I'm a softie. And it's just, what up, Jesse B? Yeah, we're actually going over it. We did go over it, but we'll go over it again. Someone just asked about Phantom first, so I'll get into it. So I just wanted to kind of show the channel, show the services, tell you guys what's going on. Okay, so this is a strange double bottom, kind of a V-shaped double bottom. This should be a shape. I mean, this is weird, right? V in, up, V out. Like, that's one of the weirdest shapes I've ever seen. I've never seen it, honestly. Never seen it. That thing is weird. Looks like it's like a logo. Like someone wanted to make a logo. Like, we fly, baby. This is a falling wedge, okay, with a 68% chance of a break to the downside. You would take this area here, you kind of your target, and bring it here. And that's basically where we could fall. And again, we also do see heavy support in this region right here. So there's a 68% chance that this falls down. I've seen a W before. You know, we see W's all the time, double bottoms, but not like, just not a V, not with the V coming in at these like, what, 45-degree angles. Like, it's just weird. Anyway, so I see this. There's a 28% chance that this breaks right out of this pattern and comes right back down to 3-4. So this is the trade I wouldn't take, number one, because it's not in a bullish pattern, right? It's in a bearish pattern. And if you don't understand patterns, I've shown you guys 100 times. But if you're new here, I don't mean to be rude if I was, but if you're new here, check it out. Just go to my channel, hit the videos, go all the way down to the bottom, And one of my first videos ever is a pattern video. I explain why patterns work and how they work. And I also give you a link where you can download.
Maybe it will skip a gap. Maybe it won't always fall. But what I want to show you is I drew this triangle when the price.
So boom, and then you actually can download this chart right here. You can just hit it and download it and watch it. And you know, this is a rising wedge. You can see it right here. It came in. It did come in from the bottom though. So let's check that. Let's check that. Came in from, so it's still a bearish pattern in my opinion. Coming in from the bottom is a rising. It's a rising wedge right here. It's a continuation pattern, meaning when it comes in, it usually goes up and the price falls out and goes the way it came in. So if it goes in, it comes out, it falls out. Again, a lot of news for Phantom though, and a lot of hype for it, so that doesn't make sense, right? This could end up going parabolic. So what I would do is I would basically put a line right here at this level, which I'm gonna do. I would right click it, and I would hit add alert at the horizontal line, only once per bar, once per minute, boom, 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 and I leave it open-ended. Oh, I guess I can't do that unless I have. So this can go from expiration date till the 22nd of October. I don't think I'm gonna, and that's basically, I'll create that. I'll get a little ringing sound when Phantom crosses this bar, and I'll actually put another one right here because that will be confirmation of a closed candle. Okay, so now I know if Phantom decides to break out of this parabolic wedge, oop, there it goes. Hit my alert right now, crossing the horizontal line. You guys hear the ding, right? And that's basically what happens. I was hoping it would so I could show you what goes on. Let's go back into the 15-minute because in the 15-minute you can see more. So we broke out, came back, and retested. Seems to be retesting this line now. There's a bit of a discrepancy as to exactly what the trend is, as you can see. And the algo is like that, or maybe they like this. Looks like they're liking this a little bit. Because, so price is bouncing. That's a retest of a breakout. To me, there's a chance that this is going to go parabolic. But with the market sentiment in Bitcoin right now, I don't know, right? So I would have to watch that if I was going to get into this trade. I don't like this trade at all. I gave it a very low rating. I wouldn't be touching this trade with a... I would have gotten into this trade here at the bottom of the trend line. See, if I was going to enter this trade, I would have been watching this falling wedge. I would have gotten in the pink when the blue line curved, and I would have rode this wave up, and it would have been a hard trade because you would have gotten in here. You would have gotten very close to break even or stop loss here. You would have went up, then you would have lost half, basically 100% of the gains you got. Then you would have went up, then you would have went down. Here you would have been almost back to stop. You would have finally been making your gains after being in this trade for damn near 6 days. Like, what a pain, right? That's not how I like to trade, and that doesn't look fun to me. So I don't, and I may miss this. This could go 100 up. I don't like this trade. I'm not into it. I'm not feeling it. I went over it for you guys, but it's not how I trade. It doesn't fit my parameters. It doesn't fit my system. So I'm kind of done with it. But if it were, it could go parabolic though, because when rising wedges break out, they go they go high. So I'll put an alert there to keep myself on the radar. And if it goes up, I'll throw a chart on it for you guys in the Telegram and keep you up to date. But I don't like the trade, and I would advise you to stay off of it too. But hey, That's me. You're not going to do what you want to do. Okay, LRC. LRC's looks way better than already. I'm seeing something I like more than I like on Phantom, right? LRC's in a bit of a bull flag kind of. It actually has the same pattern, that V, but the V just didn't do the same thing. We had a double bottom that did play out, but got faked out. Then we had a falling wedge here, as you can see, that came back down to the trend line, pretty close to it. Broke out. Then we had another falling wedge, and now we're sideways. You can see a lot of strange price action. The only great thing about this look is our huge levels of support. If we throw our range here, we can clearly see that we hit it here. We hit it here. We broke through, we like to stay here, and then we hit it again. Tells me that's very strong support, and now we have higher lows coming off of that area. It's pretty interesting, right? Tells me I think we're at the 382. We'll pull a fib on that and kind of get an idea of where we're at. The 0.5. So look, we came up, we bounced off the 0.5, came into the golden pocket. More people accumulated here too off the 0.5, and now we're kind of hitting resistance here at the 382. Also with confluence on the 21-day moving average, as you can see that. 21-day moving average is pointing down. We want to see that curve. Let's go back to the 5-minute if we see a curve on that. Okay, it's starting to curve on the 5-minute, telling us that hopefully it will curve on the 15-minute a little bit, and then hopefully we'll get across on the 1 hour. But that's something to watch right now too as well, just to make sure this white line is going to cross the yellow line, and that will be a bullish signal. On the 1 hour, we are in the pink with the blue line about to curve, so that's actually a good signal as well. Again, I told you the market sentiment today, I gave it a 5. So I don't think a lot of trades are going to go well, right? I don't think a lot of trades are going to break out. And I could be wrong, but that's how I feel about and I'm not saying I think. I'm watching the dominance. I'm watching the market. I'm watching Bitcoin just sit. Oh, so did Phantom just hit the second level? It may have, right? So I got a look, and that's how these alerts work. See what I'm saying, guys? And you can put them on your phone too, and your phone will go ding, ding, ding. So it's pretty simple, works pretty well. Didn't keep my old work, which is weird, right? Let's go back to Phantom. Well, now it's starting to break out a little bit. So look, it flew. Oh, it's wet. Look, it just spiked up, hit both my alerts, and then got sold all the way back down. When it hit the alert twice here, it went up and then came back down. So I got 2 rings. That's why. So once it turns yellow, it means it's been wrong. White, I mean. See that white, the green saying it's waiting. Wow, it's starting to break out of a rising wedge. That is, something to watch, because don't say when this thing goes up 30% that I didn't tell you that it's definitely possible it could. Again, not my trade, because you have to buy here. Heavy risk, this falls back down. It's just your percentages of winning here are 32%. Why would you do that? Why would you go against yourself? I'm using 68% every single time. Let me get back to LRC for you. So price is 24 cents. Holding the strong region. LRC tends to move as well. And I've seen it hold its levels despite, for decoupling, it tends to hold its levels a little better. To me, this is a bull flag, however degenerative it is. It's in a range that it's holding. It's closer to the bottom of the range than I'd like. Again, you see it fighting the 382 right now. On the 1 hour, right? In the 15-minute, we're just stuck on that line. So for whatever reason, people took their profits here at 382, came back down. We're sitting there, line in the sand. I don't like this trade that much. Unless there's some news that you know about. We are getting closer to the bottom of the trend line, so you could maybe get this little pop back to the top of the trend line for 7.9% gains. Definitely would look to take profits here, because look, every time we spiked up, it wasn't working. fake out, fake out, fake out, fake out, fake out. So never broke out of the pattern like it was supposed to. Does have a higher low than here. So that's a new trend. And then you can also capture this trend here. The trend's your friend until it's not. So it's in an uptrend. It's pretty close to the trend line. Yeah, I just, it's the best I can give for you, but I don't like the trade, man. I give it like a 3 or 4. I don't see a clean pattern that like I like to trade. That's basically what I'm saying. This is just a lot of weirdness going on here. So yeah, it doesn't fit my trading style, honestly. I don't. Yeah. So that's, yeah, because like I have a certain set of rules, and this just doesn't fit those rules. So I'm passing on that. I don't like the trade, you know. And you know what? It might go up 100% today, and you guys will all call me an idiot, but it doesn't fit my system. So I'm not comfortable with it. So I don't like it. Sorry. It's just me though. You might look at it differently, right? I am just a crypto lifer. SRK. Having issues getting that on yeah, not able to get it here. Look, SRK. We're gonna have to go to that Coin Trader Pro. Which I don't know why. Do I have that bookmarked, man, by now? Whatever. SRK. Shark Point, right? Yeah. Shark Point for Bitcoin or USD? Ooh, see now this I like. See, already I like what I see. You see what I'm saying? Like immediately I'm like, oh, okay. Now that's a pattern that I like. Just more. So we got our triangle here. I see this on Telegram a lot. People are talking about this thing a lot. Like they have an amazing team. Like I don't want to shill a project I don't know much about. I have to do far more research, but I'm in those rooms. I'm deep in Telegram, and I'm in a bunch of different groups I'm talking over 20,000 people that I'm connecting with. And yes, so what do we see for this? It's definitely right now it's at the bottom of the trend line. Beautiful buy. That's where I like to buy, because I can put my stop loss right here and do its thing, and then boom, moving up. I don't have all my tools here, so I can't really see. But right now it's sitting at 1100 Satoshi, and there's resistance here at 24, 25. I mean, that's already 100% gains coming for this coin, right? Let's look at it on the 1 hour. It's really strange, like the pattern here I'm seeing. Let's look at CoinGecko. Does it have any other information? I like this. I like this coin. You guys have brought it up a few times too as well. So Shark Point, SRK, right? Spark Point, actually. It's called Spark Point. I said Shark Point. So sitting at 0.001. So it's 1/10 of a penny, man. So this thing goes to a penny, it's going to 10x. It's already up 1,600% on the year. Amazing, huh? Pretty nuts. Last 14 days is up 20%. Last 30 days, look, you can see it's in a bit of, see trading view, widget unavailable. Market, yeah. That's weird that I can't find that on trading view, because where is it trading right now? Let's see, Telegram, buy and sell it. Is it only a Uniswap? Is that kind of the idea? Spark Point. And that has nothing to do with that yet. Secure, private, innovative. Feel secure with randomly generated seed phrase. Worry no more. Your information is not stored. First ever non-custodial wallet in the Philippines. Spark Point Wallet, a non-custodial crypto wallet that can store Spark token, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some ERC tweet tokens. It doesn't hold that many things. Spark Play, an innovative game platform where players can truly own items and earn points with real-world value through blockchain. E-learning platform, Spark DeFi, decentralized finance dApp that allows liquidity. Now, I wonder if this is going to be getting confused with the Spark token with XRP. pretty interesting, right? Like, I mean, I'm sure people will get it. This is Spark Point, and then we have Spark token, but you're getting a lot of people saying Spark and Spark this and Spark that. To me, I don't know, man. It feels kind of like it's just like a wallet with a game, right? I mean, maybe there's way more to it than that. I just don't. Who are their partners? Do they have any big names here? Tabang, Bicol, Merchants, El Gallo, blockchain and IT projects. No big names that I see here. No logos that I really know. Is that Synthetics? I think it is. No, Hotbit. That's just a Hotbit logo. Yes, I don't know, man. Seems cool. I'm not like, I'm just looking at the project, the idea of the project. Whatever, you know, we're all TA guys here, so project or no project. We just want to see what the chart says, all right? Interesting though. Yeah, and there should just be a markets here, like exchanges. Boom. So it is on Binance. So why am I able to chart it? The heck? Let me just, maybe I'm putting in something wrong here, up here. Spark Point. So weird. And you're telling me it's on Binance too, though? Huh. I don't know, man. I can't seem to. I like this token, but I can't seem to get like a really good idea of where it's being sold. And let me go to CoinMarketCap. I like CoinMarketCap. I've been going to CoinMarketCap for like 5 years now, so it's kind of my go-to. Even though I think CoinGecko and all the owners do seem to have, they all have something better or worse, depending. I like CoinGecko a lot though. So the market pairs. No, it's not on Binance. I knew it wasn't on Binance. That's why I'm not able to see it. So you can only get it on Uniswap. Very cheap though, huh? I just feel like it's like, what does it do, dude? Like, you can use it, you can buy a game with it, and I don't know. It's gonna be the first thing on Binance chain though, so it's a lot of hype. Let's look at the historical data on this thing. It's basically 00197 a month ago, with 8 million in volume, and now we're sitting at 7 point. The volume's been basically steady though. It's been steady and strong, and the price has been holding. It's not swinging a lot, which tells you, it may kind of have a nice base here. And where are we at today? At 1-0. Yeah, that's its base. See, look at 1-1, 1-2. Highest I ever seen it was 1.5 at 1.5, somewhere here, the daily high. Let's see. I thought I saw one. There's 1.7 right there, 1.5. So those were its big days here, September 13th and 15th there, and now it's back down. Pretty low price at 0.1. I mean, put $100 in it and let it ride, right? I don't know if I'd like to trade this too much. I can't get enough charting on it, so I'm not going to trade it. I'm sorry, my friend, and I can't really, like, if I can't fit it into TradingView and like get my percentages working for me, then I got to pass on it. I would take a shot on Uniswap with it for like a few $100, but I mean, it's super risky. This thing could go back to a 0.5 cent tomorrow, right? Something could happen. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it, not to be rude, but yeah. Can we look at OXT, please? Yeah, for sure. Let me just get into Sand real fast. Sand is a different story than I think Sand is all the young kids all over the internet. If you look, Sand is breaching target markets. And let me explain, because if you go on to YouTube right now and you type in the Sand video game, okay? Like, we're going to have soon like PewDiePie and all those guys talking about it. So, what I think is this is going to have so much more, and there's people playing Sand, like right here, like you can watch people play the game live eventually.
Offering that users can monetize their time on the platform, keeping 95% of Sand as revenue.
Ooh, wow. Thank God you don't have to listen to that all day. The Sandbox launching 3 million Sand tokens on Binance. Like, why huge devs are investing in Sandbox. Look, Minecraft Killer. It basically is going to get into the space where gamers are into this as well, right? So Sandgat's price prediction, people are pumping it. Look how many videos are about this thing, right? At the end, you see a polka dot video, but it's on a lot of moonshot coins. People are talking about it. I just got to get into Sand and way more than, like, if you look at Spark, which is a Philippine wallet, dude, like Spark Point review. All right, there's some hit. All right, so people go, this guy has been chilled a little bit. All right, it's been chilled. Spark Point currency, 11 months ago, though, 3 weeks ago, 1 month ago, he discusses hash card. That's not it. Spark Point update 3 weeks ago. New free Spark Learn crypto course, Spark DeFi launch plus 100 SRK giveaway. Oh, so it's in DeFi, though. Okay. It's exploding. Up 1,000%. Yeah, it's worth a tenth of a penny. I mean, if it went to $1, that would be insane, right? That's why you put a few $100 in something like that. I'm not going to give up on Spark. Once it gets more, I bet it will get to Binance. It'll start making its move. Let's get into Sand. Thank you guys so much. We had 11 people watching. We have 8 likes. Can you please just jump on that like button for me? I really appreciate it. I have a frequency that I'm sending out to the internet every day, and you guys actually were attracted to it for whatever reason. You like my style. You like the way I do it, and you're kind of in my frequency web. And if you hit that like button, you send more people that are of your frequency towards you. You might end up making an amazing friend because you hit the like button. Now you hit the unlike button. Who did that? Who just did? Wait, you're gonna make me laugh. Hold on. So I get it. When people ask for likes, you guys hit the unlike button. But what I'm trying to say is I'm not asking for likes. What I'm doing is I'm trying to expand the frequency of the chat. See, whoever did that, now you went back to the unlike button? What are you guys hitting the wrong button maybe? Is that what it is? My whole point is you're expanding the frequency. You're getting more people like yourself to be around you when you hit the like button. So you're helping yourself out. You're not really, as much as you're helping that. This person keeps going back and forth. They hit the like, then they hit, you're messing with me. Whoever you are, you're messing with me. You think it's funny. I guess I got to give it to you, man. Like, you did it. Like, anyway, let's get into it. So because I basically go over every coin in depth that anyone asks for, you hit the dislike button. It makes me laugh when people hit the dislike button. I think it's funny as hell. Like, I just never go on. You never know, man. Hey, maybe I did something to offend someone. Who knows, right? Not everybody's like you guys. All right, let's get into Sand. Well, I just showed you Sand's on a hype train, okay? So it has that going for it. So TA or no TA, Sand is on a hype train, right? Let's delete my previous work and let's kind of get into it on the 15-minute because it doesn't have a lot of information. It's a new coin. Hard to trade new coins too because you don't have as much support and resistance. So it takes away your edge, just to remember that. Like, it's easier to trade Atom than it is to trade Sand, in my opinion. So that's why I like to trade assets over and over again. Same asset over and over again, right? So cool. So Sand at 3.8. Now, so we can clearly see we have some nice support here. We bounced here, double bottom, 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 and then like double bottoms do, that began a nice move back up. And then we just slowly were in a downtrend ever since September 8th. So that's 2 weeks of just lower lows, right? Lower, lower low, lower low. And then here we have some higher lows, and then boom, Bitcoin tanks and breaks that trend again. So here's a trend here on the bottom. And that's what you're doing when you're making patterns. You're drawing trend lines that have been created by previous price action, which is human emotion. I like to sell here. I like to sell here. I like to sell here. So I'm using the candle bodies, not the wicks. You should either use wicks or bodies. I use bodies, just how it is. Thought I saw some bullish divergence, I think, on the 1 hour or the 30-minute. We'll get into it, man. We will find it. If it's there, we will find it. Okay, so check it out. It's in a falling wedge, right, which is a 68% chance of a break to the upside. So it's in our system immediately. We like that. If it breaks out, we should hit this support area here. It has a little more room to move. There's a chance it does get this high, but you do probably want to take profits at that resistance area. 49% gains coming out of it. A little bit of a double bottom as well. Same as this one here. It kind of mimics it. Look at this. If that's not a bit of a fractal, it actually is a fractal, guys. Let's kind of get into that. So we just saw a fractal, and let me show you what I'm talking about. So we'll look at this. Bottom, little bit of a huge spike, V-shaped recovery, little spike, bottom. okay? Rounded top too. Remember, rounded bottoms. When things start to round, if you can round the top, get out of that trade. If you can round the top like this, I'll show you. If you can round the top, that is very bearish. So just remember that. Rounded tops, just like a rounded bottom. Okay, that's rolling over is what they call that. Now, let's go over to here and look at... Now, remember this shape, though. Because I'm seeing a fractal. And then here, not exactly, it's not perfect, but down, we had a huge spike up. We had the V-shaped recovery in the middle. Look. Go back. The V-shaped recovery right here in the... Here's one there. It's not a perfect fractal, but it's kind of doing some similar things. So we have a spike bottom up, V-shaped recovery, pound down, another V-shaped recovery with that, and we're bouncing off the same area at 3.6. Tell me we do have strong support there. Again, all eyes on Bitcoin, and the trading today is not good. So, like, you know, I do see a bit of a head. Look, is that a head and shoulder? Inverse head and shoulder? I mean, we kind of have a head. Nah, not really, though. Not really. But we do see dip, almost like triple bottom in a way, right? We know we have strong support, but we know we have strong resistance in this area too. Look, resistance, and now it's holding resistance too, and we got sold off. We also see the 21-day moving average crawl down. Again, I want to keep reiterating to you guys, I like to trade an asset when it's above all the moving averages. Like, I would start trading sand right around here on the breakout of this falling wedge, because now sand is moving above. See the moving averages all here? The price is now above it. When things are bearish, the price is below it. So we're still below the moving averages, and moving averages act as resistance a lot. So right now, I know just to get into this trade, it's going to have to fight through all these moving averages. It has resistance up here as well. It's got to break this trend. Like, there's just a lot for this to get where it needs to go, right? So in my opinion, it's not the greatest trade, and it's not in the most bullish pattern. We do have a double bottom, yeah, but it's very, a lot of these patterns aren't clean recently at all. The 4 hour, we do have a cross coming though, and honestly, the buy was here at the bottom of the trend line. Once I'm not at the bottom of the trend line, I kind of give up on the trade. And the reason is because now my stop loss can't be as tight as I want it to be. And now this trade has to become more risky than it's supposed to be. I thought I saw bullish divergence. You do see bullish divergence because you have price going lower here, and then you have the RSI going higher. So you do see bullish divergence on the 4 hour. Very slight, it's just beginning, but you do, because you have swing low to swing low, swing low to swing high. Tells you that this should bounce off of this level, and it did. I mean, that's kind of when the bullish divergence played out right here. That's why it was so quick, and that's it playing out already. It bounced off the trend line, and technically that was your trade to get here at the bottom. I know it's hard, and then to get out with about 6, it went all the way up to 8%. I think that was the trade, man. Like, it's been really hard to take profits. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was the trade and this rolls over. If it doesn't, it's going to keep going at least to the top of the trend line before it gets rejected. So you have another 7% to go. We do have a line curving. Again, it's just not my trade because I couldn't get in at the bottom of the trend line, right? I like to get in right here, somewhere in here. We're already a little high. So if this rolls back down to the trend line, I'm going to be down 7%. So my stop loss is 10%, and then if it wicks down, I'm out. So the chances of me losing the trade are a lot higher than if I had gotten it at the bottom of the trend line. So that's the one reason that I do not like this trade that much. I'm going to give it like a 5.5, a 6. I also know this thing will pump. I believe in the project and the coin. I'm just going to wait for it to get above its moving averages and start a new trend. And once I see a new uptrend, then I'll start playing it. But like right now, like we could be here. Let me show you guys something. Like we could still be right here. Look at this. You could be right here. Blue line curving, you're in the pink, you think it's great. And look, you have 2 big green candles. See that right here? And then roll right over. So we could be right here. Blue line curving, we're in the pink, it looks great. And this thing could just keep rolling over. It's in a downtrend. The trend's your friend until it's not. So until we see extreme reversals here, I don't like the trade. And that's just, yeah. I'll tell you, a lot of expert traders will not touch an asset unless it's above the moving averages. because they know the percentages of getting their bullish patterns to play out are lower. You know, again, this thing may pop. I mean, in our system, it looks good. It looks good, right? Look at the 2 hour. It had a move. So a cross on the 2 hour tell you that the 4 hour is about to have its cross, should happen, and we have divergence. I'm just giving you the market climate of today is not that great. I keep reiterating that, and that's also going to have an effect on how I trade. The BNB up is still doing very well. That trade is now up 5.82%, in at 1174, and we're now at 1245. Delhi DeFi end of the month. CoinGecko markets. Can we look at OXT? Yeah, we'll look at OXT right now. Sorry about that. Now OXT, I think that was pumped by Portnoy again. I think he did a Portnoy coin pump on that. In my opinion, we don't know for sure, but it looked like that was the case. Okay, so I just wanted to show you the BNB trade. So look, this has a double bottom on the MACD. Kind of cool. This has hidden bullish divergence, which is starting to play out. Look, you can see, boom, price spiked off here. So you would have gotten in at 1092. Even on this wick, the divergence would have been there for you to see. Huge gains on this coin, honestly. I'm not going to tell you I bought the bottom and the top of that. I did not, but I've already got in and out for about 7% yesterday, and we're now up another 5.8%. And I'm considering taking any percentage on days like today when Bitcoin is dwindling and the market's a little strange. I think is a great thing. Cocos popped. Look at that. Boop. Some coins will pop. It's just going to happen. The whales are going to pick some random coin to pop. Like, you're not going to know which one it is. All the setups are going to look good. So right now, all we got is just little moves trying to get back above these moving averages in the 4 hour. A lot of these coins look identical, right? I mean, look at YFII all the way down. So like here, you were in the pink with the curve. It looked great. Fake out. So market climate has a lot to do with how well the system works that I've created, right? And you have to judge market climate and tweak the system accordingly. Otherwise, you know, nothing is set in stone in crypto. You always have to be moving. But this is about the cross. Another thing is, let me show you this. I just had another great idea. So you buy in the pink and you want to sell into the green, but one idea is if the pink doesn't have a big move, the green might not, right? So like, let's go to a bigger coin. Now look at the pink here. In the pink, we already had, for the pink starts here, I think Alt V will be a vertical line. Yeah. And then ends here. So I'm just matching these lines with the beginning of the pink, these lines here. And look, you can see that half the move was created in the pink and then boom. So the pink should hold half the move. So if you're going on a trade and the pink already has occurred mostly and you think it's about the cross and the move is still like not that well, I'm not saying it never happens, but look, again, like here the pink actually went down. Look, but we had our big spike there in the pink and then the red came back. I'm just trying to show you that the majority of the move, I'm saying if the pink doesn't have a lot of momentum, what are the odds that the whole move has a lot of momentum? That's basically what I'm trying to say. If that makes any sense to you guys, right? Okay, you wanted to look at, there was no support at 11. Yeah, I didn't, I actually said to get into 10,770 and then basically 11.2, that was it. This is my buddy Chris. He's basically in and out guy. He likes to swing trade cryptos, and then complain when they're not up. But Chris, let me go into Bitcoin for you right now. So what we saw, Chris, in Bitcoin, let me show you. We're looking at this giant triangle right now, Chris. Okay? And this has a target. If it breaks out, which it is breaking out right now, you can see it broke out of the pattern of about 23,547. Okay. Now we also could break back into this pattern and test the bottom of the trend line. It's very possible. Not saying it can't happen, but look, when we were up here, I thought we were breaking out, but we did test the bottom here. And so that could bring Bitcoin back to 4,000. 4,000 region, 3,900. Very, like, there's a chance. I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but I'm building you the roads that Bitcoin could go down, because there's only so many. It could do this, come back out, retrace, and then start its move. Maybe later in October or November area. November has been big for Bitcoin. The month of November, Bitcoin has made a lot of money. YFI played out down to my... Yeah, what did you do with YFI, though? What was your idea there? You made a trade? What was your entry? So, Chris, so what we see happening here is this is possible. We also have to look at the weekly, okay? And I keep showing this to everybody on the weekly, and let's look at XBT on the weekly, because it has more information. XBTC. XBT. These are the future contracts on BitMEX. They just have a lot more information because people have been trading them a long time. So when we go back into price action and we see, like, the last time we had a cross here, price went down. Last time we had a cross here, price went down. We have a cross coming, and we have a little red histogram. We're hoping this plays out sideways, and then we have a big dip up. And even if that occurs, the MACD will go up. And that's going to tell us that there will be the red has to come eventually. Look, green, red, green, red, green. So the red is on its way. How bad will it be? We don't know. Can we go sideways? We're not sure. I also showed you this green line here, which is heavy, heavy support. We hit it here as resistance, here's resistance, here's resistance. We're holding support. So we need to close the Sunday night candle at above 11,500. Just like we did last Sunday. We need the same thing to occur. I would like to see this play out in a bull flag like this. I would like it to range. If Bitcoin does this, okay, we'll also have dominance do the same thing. Altcoins will begin to run. We'll have a couple of days of altcoin movement, and then boom, once Bitcoin pops, we'll have a little shakeout in the altcoins, and then we can get back to our target here at 15,000, right? A little target, if this is a bull flag and we tend to break out of it, a little mini target here in the short term is 14,068. If we break 12, we are going to go up to 15. 12 is a line in the sand for us. So it's uncanny that this will have a bull flag kind of resistance here in the upper 11.9s area. And then is it going to be a fake out and a move back to the downside? And also, please just put this on the weekly and be watching this, guys, because if this blue line continues to cross and does not do a dip, it's starting to dip. If we zoom in on it very heavily, it's starting to do, it's crossing. It crossed. See, there you go. So when we zoom in, we have a cross already. And our first red bar beginning to form. Not a good sign on the weekly, I'll be honest. Not a good sign at all. Not many people were talking about it as well. I don't see many channels discussing this. It's like everyone wants to tell you Bitcoin's going to keep going up. I have to tell you the truth. That there's a chance that Bitcoin is going to take a nice little pullback and at least down to the trend line here. At the very least, we're hitting this new support area at 9,600, and then we can go from there. But that's like the idea. Why have all the negative bank scam news not affect the price of Bitcoin? It should skyrocket. I agree. All these scam banks out here coming out in the news, right? I wasn't the first one. Like, I woke up this morning, just the news was just outright, HSBC. Just type it. Watch this. HSBC money laundering. Okay? Just do this. HSBC into money laundering. Shares crash, right? HSBC move vast sums of dirty money. HSBC stocks lowest since 19 on money laundering. Levy and Korsky investigates money laundering at HSBC. HSBC money laundering scandal. HSBC share price lowest. Shares tumble on money laundering. And look, July of 2016, HSBC escaped U.S. money laundering charges. They've been laundering money for 20 years, guys. This isn't just today. If you just type them in, you're going to see Google has put an article almost every year. And then they pay $1.9 billion in fines in a money laundering case. So think about it. A huge coke dealer in Costa Rica comes up to HSBC, makes some connection, launders maybe $10 billion. And then they just pay them $1.9 billion. How much money do they make if they're willing to pay a $1.9 billion fine? Come on, dude. And the fact that our Justice Department doesn't shut these banks down and lets them continue to launder money shows you that we live in an entire Ponzi scheme, man. It's a joke right now. Bank shared slide and report of rampant money laundering. Like, come on. And they don't understand why people don't want to put their money in the bank. I get yelled at because I want to buy Bitcoin, because I want to protect myself from these people. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional because it's like, dude, like, enough is enough. Like, we know your game and we know your scumbags. Like, stop making us use your dirty system that we know is running rampant with corruption. They try to bring Bitcoin with Silk Road. They try to talk about all that. You know what? You could catch anyone on Silk Road. You just get some Bitcoin forensics. You can freaking follow the money. They found the last people that schemed someone recently. You can Google it. They were able to track the Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they try to say that if the dollar goes to zero, I mean, forget the dollar. Stop using the dollar as any type of form of measurement. Bitcoin will be what Bitcoin will be. I believe that a $1 to $3 million house for one Bitcoin will be very probable. When there's only 18 million in the world and you have one of them, dude, people are going to want to pass them on to their grandchildren. People will hold them on their deathbed. Like, Bitcoin will be like a Da Vinci artwork that your grandfather gave to you because he was, you know, in a war and he found it in an attic somewhere. Like, I believe that Bitcoin will be so valuable because, number one, it's like boats. Money is like a boat, right? And we're all floating on the US dollar boat. And what happens when all the boats around the world look like they're going to sink? Everywhere. People are going to flock to the lifeboats. And honestly, there's a guy's channel and it's called To the Lifeboats. And that's basically why he calls his channel To the Lifeboats. I'm not a huge fan. His name is Sam like me. I'm not like not a fan. I don't hate. I don't not hate. He has some good videos. He has some other ones, but good channel. 37,000 subscribers. He talks a lot. He gets into a lot of different stuff. He's very opinionated, whatever. But that's why his channel is To the Lifeboats. A sea change is underway. He's saying, like, boom. He's huge into XRP. He's one of those XRP guys that thinks XRP is going to take over the system. I kind of have that idea as well. I think it's very possible. All right, guys, we hit 10:42, hour and 10 minutes. I thought we did a great job. Anyone looking at anything, let me just check on the Telegram. Was there any like quick ideas in Telegram? No, you guys are all probably in the live or looking at coins. We got to look at OXT. OXT USD on Coinbase. I think this is a Portnoy pump, man. It may be redenominated in the new currency, maybe. Honestly, if they are gonna do anything, they're gonna do what they've been telling us. They're gonna reset the system with an XRP pegged to gold, and they're gonna have some type of digital currency that's pegged to gold, because now they can use gold as a peg because the currency will move with it, And I just think that's a good idea. So, it will be backed by gold. It won't be pegged by gold, but it will be backed by gold. It will be a gold certificate per every XRP token that gets initiated, or so however they do it. But that's what I see happening. Okay, so this is at the bottom of the trend line after a nice big pump, coming back down on the 30-minute, and we do have a cross here. I like this trade right now only because it had a huge pump, seems to have strong support at this region. Look, we hit it here, we hit it right there. This is a nice range of support, and we're at the bottom of the trend line. Perfect place to get in. We also have falling volume with falling price. Tells me that a reversal is on its way. Only one thing I do see, though, is the 21-day moving average crossing the 200. I'd like to see that curve up. Let's go to a 5-minute and let's see if we can see a flatlining. We can. And why am I doing that? Well, previous price time frames will show you when the moving average begins to curl before the second one. And it's not always going to happen, but it can be preemptive, right? So if you're in a flat line, like on the 4-hour, we're probably flatlined. Like, oh no, we're curving up too, which is good. We do have a curve on the 4-hour telling us that the downside is beginning. But remember, most of the downside happens in the white part. People forget that when the cross happens, 50% of the move has already happened. The move happens when the blue line tends to curve. Right here, you can see, even in that first pink bar was our first bar of pain. And we had one little green up. And then the white in the green histogram is where a lot of the move happens. So you're almost halfway through the move. You only have a few more red. And then this could kind of start to move up. And maybe redominating the archives. I just wanted to check the chat, make sure it wasn't different. Shout out to everyone here: Jesse B, Chris Conlon, Hoboken, XRP Muser, Theo the Wrench, 007 MP5, Joseph Malaya, and everyone out there. I hope I didn't miss you. I think I got everybody there. Jesse B. Okay. Stick to pen gaming. Don't get out of that until you're up to in 76 region. That's that was my call on Instagram there. Drep making a big move. So things are starting to move, man. I'm just still wary of the market sentiment. Call me crazy, but so OMG finally made. So a lot of these finally made their little move up. Wow, nice big candle. We did see rejection already on the 4 hour, but look at the 1 hour. Huge spike in volume there on OMG, man. That's actually breaking a trend that it's been in since September 15th, a 7-day trend. So it's a pretty good idea. Might be an idea to kind of start accumulating this on this move. It is now breaking above the moving average as well. You can see, and the white line is curving, coming up. That's bullish. Bullish for OMG. Again, what will happen with Bitcoin? What will Bitcoin do to the rest of the market? We do not know. I gave today a 5, and I'm sticking to it. And I'm Bitcoin now dwindling here. And remember, we like to play bull flags, right? Because bull flags break up, or bull pennants. And if we flip this around, like this basically would come out like this, right? So if we look at our shapes and our trading patterns, the price comes into it, has a bit of a flat top, and it's an ascending triangle, but the price comes into it. So it's not this per se, because you can see, let's just try to make it perfect. Looks like this bearish pattern right here. And it's bearish, man. I have to say, it's a bearish pattern. I don't like the pattern at all. Don't like trading these. I wouldn't trade this pattern. You know, it doesn't have a 68% chance of break to the upside. It has a 32% and a 68% chance of break to the downside. So you're already fighting yourself. You're already stealing 35% from yourself. And what do I mean? Because patterns that are continuation breaking up, blue like here, double bottoms, inverse head and shoulders, they have a 68% chance of a break to the upside. Patterns like this have a 68% chance. So that means that this has a 32% chance of breaking to the upside. So if you took 68 and you minus 32, you end up getting, what, 36. So you're stealing 36% from yourself every time you decide to trade a bearish pattern. And I just think you're fighting yourself. Why do that? Why not use the percentages in your favor? And that's basically why we buy bottom of the trend lines, why we look MACD in the pink turning, and that's basically kind of where all the teaching comes from. It's all one kind of goal that we're all aiming for, right? And that's to preserve our capital. So let's just see what Factum did. So big green candle. Wow, it's starting to move pretty well. I will give it that. It's breaking out of a falling wedge. That's telling me this could go parabolic. Yeah, wow. Starting to do its thing, man. It really is. It's even more like this. It even is a confirmed breakout, really, if I hit these candles. This could get pretty serious. I don't want to FOMO into it because it's not my style, but boom, like these. This is when you need a curve to pull up on this, because you're gonna see it's gonna start doing something like this. Wow. So that's just something to keep on the radar. If it breaks that level, I don't chase green candles. To me, I would have bought the bottom of the trend line, and I don't like to play rising wedges. So it's just like, if this goes up 1,000%, it's okay. I'm okay to miss that because it didn't fit my system. I'm okay with that. right? I'm not trading on emotions. I don't care. I don't care what these things did. I like synthetics. I do like synthetics. We were talking about it earlier today. So now we are seeing, if Bitcoin starts to keep staying stagnant, we are going to see the coins, they'll all start taking their time to move a little bit. XDZ at 212. I just don't like, I'm not a fan of the market sentiment right now. I want to see it show me a little more before I believe that it's really starting to make a comeback, you know? It's going to all be fake outs. Let's look at the total market cap. Total 2 is basically all, they're all in that same bearish pattern. You get what I'm saying? They're all in this bearish pattern. Fell down. They didn't V-shape recover back to support and then go sideways. They're all in these bearish patterns. So, and these are 68% chance of breaks to the downside. So, in my opinion, like the market has a 68% chance of rolling over on you. And then, but then if you go to the shorts, like if we look at ETH down, like if we want to short something, we look at like ETH down and we go to short that. Let's look at what ETH down's telling us that like this is actually a good trade, right? Like it broke out. It broke out of this previous bull flag, and it's either in like, oh, look what I see happening actually. This was a bull flag. It broke out, came back down, and now it's like in another bit of a little flag here. And it's starting to make a move up. And even on the 1 hour, you can see that it's about to roll over here. But what I'm saying is even these down tokens look strong right now. So I don't like the sentiment today, guys. I really don't. I don't like the sentiment at all. I don't like the shorts. I don't like the longs. If you're not scalping in and out for like basically you're expert scalping with like between $2,000 and $10,000, and you're in and out of trades, and you only want to be in them for like a couple minutes, and like that's kind of it today, in my opinion. I mean, this has to break. Well-known coin, established itself. People know it. They're all hodling it. They're getting 6%. This is about to break out. And this is the down. This is shorting it. So the short looks like it's about to pop on XTZ, meaning that is there more downside? Look at dot down. Looks like it's in a bit of a flag too. See that? Bottom of the trend line. That's where I would like to buy. Pink coming, blue line curving. We would wait a little more for our entry, but boom. 12% gains, shorting dot. So it's when I'm seeing shorts that look better than longs, but then I still don't trust the longs, you know? It's a shady game today. Very shady. But I just wanted to look at DOT one more time now to see where it was at. Curious to get market sentiment on that. 410 holding that area, double bottom. There at that 391. That's strong, but again, it's in the same pattern, man. They're all in, everything's in the same pattern. So if I didn't like it over there, then I don't like it over here. We do see bullish divergence though on DOT on the 1 hour. We have an upswing and we have a downswing. So it tells you that the price will, and I feel like that was it playing out. So like we already got the bullish divergence to play out. You know, either that, now we come back down and we go lower, even though this goes higher, and then we have to wait it out again. So even down to 389 would still be a bullish divergence, right? You see the conflictingness here, guys? Do you see what's going on? So will it get rejected? Is that its move? Does it plan to go up? And even if it does, look, resistance here. Resistance here. So it's got resistance at 432. It's got resistance at 456. It's got to get above the moving averages. It's just not. We're in a bearish spot. I have to be honest with you guys. We're in a bearish spot, and I don't like the sentiment. You got to look at more than just the MACD, and you got to look at the market sentiment. You have to understand how much levels of resistance you have above you, and the moving averages are really important. A lot of people don't talk about them, but they're very important. You want to see price above those moving averages. Very, it creates that bullish idea. Look, even here on the 15-minute, we finally got above the moving averages, and we're in a bit of a bull flag. That's all right. Right now, I like this because look, we're at the bottom of the trend line on this bull flag, but we are about to roll over in the 15-minute. If we look at the 32, a little more. So what you would wait is for entry on the 1 hour and for the 15-minute even to curl up. I feel like I go to lower time frames when things are shadier. Because look, here you could have entered here, DOT, and then got out here, 5% gains. You know, you could have gotten 5% out of the 15-minute candle in the 1, 2, 3 hours. And that's basically how you got to trade right now, because the sentiment is not, you got to take in what's happening with the market climate. You got to take into Bitcoin dominance. You got to take a Bitcoin price. You got to look at what's going on, how everyone's feeling. So I'm still in BNB up, and I'm sticking to it. We do see this doji here right now, which gives me an idea that this will reverse on the 15-minute. That's pretty good. And on the 4 hour, we have a cross coming. I do like this trade, BNB up. Might even double down right now on that doji, but we'll see. We'll see. Thank you guys so much for watching. Any last coins you want me to go over, please let me know. How is the audio? How's the sound? How's the video? How's everything going? Did it come out right? Is it looking good? Remember, get your Crypto Lifer merch when you can, if you want to become part of the Crypto Lifer gang and have your Crypto Lifer merch. Feels pretty good, I'll be honest, to wear like a logo represents crypto every day while these banks are laundering people's money. So just something to think about, right? If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. It helps my frequencies go further out into the universe, and I really appreciate it. Okay, guys, we're about to sign out. Let me know if there's any last coins. If there's something you just want me to go over, let me know. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. And remember, crypto is life. And if you came to my channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Have a great day. Be safe.